Hello, and thank you for joining us for today's broadcast. This broadcast is a product of Shry Media, LLC. Unauthorized use, sale, or redistribution of this media in any form is strictly prohibited without the express written consent of Shry Media. Radio and television mediums are encouraged to reach out. Thank you for tuning in. Enjoy the game.
You're ready to reconnect, to discover, to explore a Georgia that always has more stories to share and views to admire. Set for your next adventure while you set your own pace to wonder or wander, or whatever it is that makes you feel you. To feel that Georgia feeling, those beautiful, real, honest moments. The only found in Georgia moments. Find yours at exploregeorgia.org.
My character, Shazam, knows all about growing up in a family full of teenage superheroes. They're bold.
Where's everyone going?
To fight crime?
Okay.
Adventurous. Shazam! There's never a dull moment. And no matter what happens, they'll always have your back. All they need is a place to grow and be themselves. And the best part is, you don't have to be a superhero to adopt a teen. Learn more about adopting a teen from foster care. Visit adoptuskids.org. You can't imagine the reward.
Welcome to Kingsport, Tennessee, and inside of Meadowview Marriott Conference Resort and Convention Center, college basketball on the Southeast Sports Network. Our final game of 8 today. One spot left in the semifinal. Only one team can advance from the quarterfinal. The Montreat Cavaliers, the Milligan Buffaloes. We'll meet these two teams now. First, the Montreat Cavaliers, 16-12, 6 wins on the road this season. 39% shooting from the floor, 66 points per game. The Buffaloes, 22 wins, 10 on the road, 46.5%, 82 points per game. How did we get to this point? Let's take a look at the women's tournament bracket. For the Appalachian Athletic Conference, we've already played quite a few games. This game, the bottom right of your bracket, neither of these teams have played yet. Milligan, the 3 seed, Montreat, the 6 seed. The winner plays the Reinhardt University Eagles tomorrow in the semifinal for a chance to go to the championship of the Appalachian Athletic Conference Tournament. Thanks for tuning in. Southeast Sports Network, SCSNSports.com, and our simulcast to the AAC Digital Network, AACSports.com. Thrilled to have you along with us. My name is Gabriel Shry. Now we'll look at our players to watch as they introduce the starting lineups. First, for Montreat's Cavaliers, someone who has torn it up all season long from Goldsboro, North Carolina, and a transfer from Ottawa University, Arizona. This is Virginia Edmondson. 549 points this year, 130 rebounds, 57 assists, and an unreal 75 steals. She's a force, and she'll be a force tonight. The question is whether or not Milligan's Buffaloes can contain her. If they can, they win the ball game. Our player to watch on the other side, this is Emma Herrig. She's a senior from nearby Maryville, Tennessee. Herrig had a good year as well. 5'11" forward, local product. She'll be an important piece for the Buffs tonight. How will she compete? How will these two teams collide? We'll find out. Thanks for being with us. SESNsports.com, AACsports.com. All your tournament updates. One quarterfinal game left. This is it. The Cavaliers and the Buffs. Be sure to connect with us on social media at SESN Sports and at AAC Sports for updates on the tournament and all your local sports. And a look at the seeding before we get underway. Milligan number 3, Montreat number 6. Reinhardt awaits the winner of this game. Thank you for being with us. We're ready to get started. Couple of interesting stories on this team. Haley Padgett, a graduate student from inside of Tennessee, suffered a severe leg injury and has bounced back to play for the Milligan Buffaloes. She's been a big contributor this season. It'll be interesting to see what kind of impact she has on tonight's game. Cavaliers will start with the ball. This one splashes home. The 3 ball right away. Cavaliers take the early lead. Off the mark. Cavaliers back to the offensive end of the floor. This one taken back by the Buffaloes. Knifing her way down inside. This one won't drop. Battle for it down in the paint.
The Montreat foul, number 11, Madison Cole.
True freshman from Ashbrook High picks up the foul. Inbounding pass, this one off the mark. Now the Cavs running the floor. Edmondson. Working it all around, back outside. Maya Sanders tries the floater. The true freshman can't get that to go, and it's tipped over the baseline. Off the glass, that's off the mark. Madison Cole, the true freshman from Gastonia, couldn't get it. Up the floor, Clark back outside to Jenkins. 3-0 game. Cavaliers in the lead. Two minutes and change gone. Jenkins pulls up from the straightaway, it's short. Ball's loose, Jenkins gets it back. Out to the far wing. There's a 3, and it splashes home for Samaj Clark, the sophomore from Oak Ridge, Tennessee. In her neck of the woods up here on the east side of the state. We're tied at 3 apiece between the Cavs and the Buffs. 3 bounces up off the top of the backboard and off of the floor. Milligan's McKenna Myers, the sophomore from Maryville, will run things. Tied for the first time at 3. Floater, close side. That one skiffs off the front. Second chance goes off the glass for Milligan. They take the lead. Our first lead change.
Basket by J.C. Jenkins.
5-3 Buffs. That's off the mark. Milligan gathers this. Sanders up the floor. Graham, the junior, all the way around the arc. Edmondson back to Ramaya. Sanders into the paint. This one goes off the glass. Tied at 5 apiece, our second tie of the night. This one rattles off. Cavaliers, 4 minutes gone already. Graham to the far wing. This one splashes home. The true freshman from Charlotte out of Lincoln Charter, Grace Ronaldo, drains that. 8-5. It puts the Cavs back on top. Already 2 lead changes in our first 5 minutes.
Number 15, Grace Ronaldo, her first, team second. Multiple substitutions for both teams.
Back out from the wing, the drive off the glass that goes. Great bucket. Lauren Longmire hooked up the junior from Rutledge, Tennessee, cuts right inside, makes it a 1-point game. 8-7 from Kingsport. This one's short. Buffaloes up to the straightaway. Here's the drive. The floater won't drop. Edmondson pushing the tempo a bit. Two quick passes. Edmondson again to Graham. Trying to buy some space, competing with Lyon. Twisting down inside and the foul. The travel gives the ball back to Milligan's Buffaloes. 1-point game, 8-7. Timeout for the Cavs, quick shoe tie. From the far wing, the three is wide. Alexander. From mid-range, this one's short. Race to it in the corner. Alexander keeps it on the floor, but it's picked up by the true freshman, Lena Lyon. From the wing, the drive by Longmire. Back out to Lyon. Lauren Longmire. Feeling the pressure, she sends it inside, and a great entry pass as Kenzie Campbell cuts to the basket. The sophomore and former Ottawa Owl gets that one off the glass. It puts the Buffs back in front, 9-8. Already 3 lead changes, 3 minutes left to go in our first period. I apologize for the broken score bug. There's about a 3-foot wide spot on the floor people can't stand in behind the bench to our right to keep the score bug from being broken, and people keep standing there. We actually talked to this guy earlier. I'm going to have to go down and ask him if he can move forward or backward during a break. One-point game, 2:50 to go in the first. Edmondson back across to the close side. Driving, backdoor pass, great feed down low. Cavs shot is off. Remains a one-point game, 2.5 to play in our first. 9-8 Buffs lead. Milligan close side. Jenkins up to the straightaway. Kenzie Campbell, the sophomore. There's a give to Jenna Hare, the true freshman. Here's one from the close wing, off the mark for Jenkins. The senior from Gray, boarded up by the sophomore from Ottawa. Back to the close side. Buffs from the top of the block. This one is loose, and Skeeter's off the floor. Kylie Russell-Greer, the head coach of Milligan's Buffalo. Josh Thompson, the head coach of the Montreat Cavaliers. Thompson wearing the tie on the left side of your screen. Here's the drive, this one short. The rebound down low by Vinaya Petty, the junior from Shelby, North Carolina, out of Crest High. Sanders from South Durham High, a true freshman, running the floor. She's defended by Runnels. Entry pass to Petty. She tries it and gets this from short range, a nice bucket. The Cavs back out in front by one, 10-9. 70 seconds left to play in our first. We've already seen 4 lead changes in Kingsport. Entry pass and the violation down along the block. Off the mark. Remains a one-point game, 1 minute to play in our first. On the far side, Sanders loses this. Timeout on the floor by the Montreat Cavs. We'll take a timeout with them and be back with more college hoops in a moment on the Southeast Sports Network. Don't go anywhere.
Welcome to SESN, your ticket to the front row of the sports world, covering local, regional, and national events. We bring the game to you. Feel the excitement of every play, every score, every victory. Get your seat, get on air, and immerse yourself in the heart-pounding action. The Southeast Sports Network, where sports come to life.
Now now there's another guy. Welcome back to Kingsport, Tennessee. Southeast Sports Network coming to you live. AAC basketball. This is off the mark, off the inbound for the Montreat Cavs. Milligan Buffs pushing the tempo up the floor. Entry pass. This one sails with 34 seconds left in the period. 1-point game. Cavs will run the floor. Down low, Milligan Buffaloes come away with it. 13 seconds left in the period. Milligan winding the clock down. 4 seconds on the clock. Now the violation down along the line.
Montreat foul, number 24, Katie Alexander, first. Team score. Entering for Montreat, number 4, Virginia Edmondson.
Jenkins off the inbound gets this buzzer beater to go. Buffaloes lead 13-10 after 1 period of play. We'll take a break and be back with the second period in Kingsport, Tennessee. Back in Kingsport, Tennessee, college basketball tournament time for the Appalachian Athletic Conference. We're entering the second quarter between the Buffaloes of Milligan and the Cavaliers of Montreat. 3-point game. Buffs out in front. 13-10. We've already seen 4 lead changes and 2 ties between these two. Both programs back onto the floor. Milligan Buffs this season, 22 wins, just 6 losses. They won 19 conference games. They're on an 8-game win streak entering the tournament. The Cavs ended the season on a 4-game skid. They won 16 games, 13 conference matchups. That's off the mark for Montreat. Milligan close side. Jenkins across the floor. Paget. Myers knifes her way down low. That's a foul. Montreat shooting 25%, 4 of 16. Milligan 6 of 18, 33%. Ronaldo was 6 for Montreat, 6 for J.C. Jenkins for the Buffs. Milligan onto the floor to Jenkins, the senior from Gray. Blockered away, she regathers. Floater to Runnels. Close side, Longmire in trouble at mid-range, trying to keep away from Ramaya Sanders, and she takes a step. Sanders will run the floor. Edmondson back to Sanders. Sanders, the floater off the glass won't go. Milligan Buffs. Runnels, the entry pass. This goes off the glass for Paget, the graduate student. Haley Paget in a significant boating accident just a couple of years ago. Doctors weren't sure if she'd ever be able to play at the level she's competing at again. And quite the comeback for her playing for the Buffs. Lone tire on the floor for Jenkins.
Montreat foul, number 12. Orlando Saunders, their first team second period. Entering for Milligan, number 11. Miles Clark. And number 32, Jen Hare.
Timeout on the floor. We'll take a timeout with him and be back. SESN. Welcome back to Kingsport, Tennessee. College basketball, Appalachian Athletic Conference basketball tournament. Southeast Sports Network are simulcast to the AAC Digital Network, live online, free and in HD. We've got all the action between the Buffs and the Cavs. 5-point game, 2 minutes of play gone in the second period. Off the mark, this one, Skeeters over the baseline. Ball back to the Cavs of Montreat. Running the floor is Sanders. Kickball stays with the Cavs. Edmondson will inbound. Edmondson relatively quiet to this point. Ball knocked away.
Entering for Montreat, number 23.
'Milligan Buffs. Entry pass swatted down. Five-point game, 7:20 to play in the first half. Back to the close side, Buffs working it around. Entry pass and the shot clock sounds. Buffs couldn't get it off. Ball goes back to the Cavs of Montreat. 15-10. Buffalo's in the lead. 3 ball rattles out. Cavs down to the close side. Edmondson wide open. This one a bit wide on her. Couldn't knock it down. Boarded by Longmire. She runs the floor. Lauren back out to the corner. 6.5 to play in the first half. Longmire sets up Clark. She tries the mid-range floater that goes. Nice bucket. 7-point game. 17-10. Milligan Buffaloes lead the Cavs of Montreat. Long ball to the close side. Graham kicked that over to Cole. That one won't go. Entry pass. Paget back out to the straightaway for 3. The Buffaloes make it a 10-point game, 20-10. Nice 3 ball. Now a 10-1 run for Milligan's Buffs over the last 7 minutes of play. 5.5 to go in our first half. Cavaliers respond with a bucket of their own. Hopefully Lauren Longmire is all right. The junior looking a bit shaken up.
Number 2, Casey Jenkins. Number 12, Kenzie Campbell.
Buffs will inbound. Kenzie Campbell, the sophomore from Ottawa, putting it onto the floor to Lena Lyon. Lyon directing traffic in an 8-point game. 5:20 to play in our first half.
Montreat number 15, Grace Ronaldo, the second team fourth of the period. Entering for Montreat, number 40, Anaya Petty.
Long ball onto the floor. Milligan right away turns this back over to the Cavs. Cavs will inbound. Petty puts it on the floor. Montreat far side to Edmondson, our player to watch for the Cavaliers. Back to her. Went to the corner. Madison Cole, the true freshman, wants Virginia. Fed down low. Petty battling against Padgett. For 3, this has too much on it. Buffs come up with it in traffic. Kenzie Campbell. Clark has it stolen away. One-on-one foot race up the floor. This misses off the glass. J.C. Jenkins, the senior from Gray, brings the heat defensively. Here's Clark. Backdoor feed tipped out of play by Edmondson, preventing the freshman from Gray, Lexi Irvin, from getting the easy bucket. True freshman, great positioning on the floor right there to make something of it. 8-point game, 4.5 to play in our first half. This rims off the close side and skeeters over the baseline. Now back to Montreat. 4:20 to go in the first half of play from Kingsport. A trip to the semifinal on the line between the Montreat Cavs and Milligan Buffaloes. Montreat to the offensive end, their leading scorer, Ronaldo, who has 8. Sanders and Petty both with 2. Edmondson off the mark. Virginia Edmondson now 0 for 5 from the floor today. Our player to watch, cold to start this tournament game. Getting her involved is going to be really important if the Cavs want to come back. From mid-range, this rattles out. A good look. Clark couldn't knock it down. Unable to clean it up, but Jenkins keeps the ball moving. And mid-range, Jenkins back outside. The turnaround from the elbow, this goes. A 10-point game, 3.5 to play in the first half, 22-12. Cavs pushing the tempo. Graham the entry pass and Petty the foul. Josh Thompson shouting out to the Cavaliers. Onto the floor, close side. Edmondson drives. She steps back. Floater. 10-point game, 3:12 to go in our first half. Clark to Campbell. Now it's Jenkins who runs the spin. Big collision and the travel. Milligan Buffs trim the ball back over to the Cavaliers. Maddie Runnels on the floor, the senior from Gray, checking in for Samaj Clark, the sophomore from Oak Ridge. Edmondson inbounds the ball. Alyssa Keener to Edmondson on the elbow. Virginia battles this off the glass. She's off the mark again. Edmondson 0 for 7 from the floor in this first half. 2:40 to go until our halftime break. 10-point game, 22-12. Lyon, the true freshman, way in the front court. Entry pass stolen away. Here come the Cavaliers. Graham running the floor. Keener kicks this close side to Graham. She's defended by Lyon. Knifes her way to the basket. This one rolls off the front of the iron. J.C. Jenkins, the senior from Gray, runs the floor. 2 minutes to play in the first half. 10-point game. Entry pass. That goes off the glass for the Buffs. They extend their lead to 12. Keener walks it up the floor. The handoff, now Graham. Edmondson to Keener. Taking the orange down inside, over to Graham. Back up top of the arc, nearly lost. Lael keeps it. Petty. And she gets the charge. Ball goes back to the Buffs. Lyon, the true freshman from the Littleton, runs the floor. 75 seconds left to play in our first half. A 12-point game, 24-12. Buffs to extend their lead to 27. Couldn't hit it. Keener runs the floor. Inside of 1 minute to play in our first half. Entry pass to Petty. Petty fires this, can't get it. We've been largely scoreless since the 5-minute mark. Only 6 combined points in the last 5 minutes. Inside of 30 seconds in the half. Lena Lyon way back on the front court. Handed off. J.C. Jenkins back to Lyon from the corner. This one off the side of the backboard. And the buzzer sounds, 11 seconds showing on the clock. The officials making sure they're on the same page. Lyon looked like she was going to go to the line for a moment. But the ball back to the Cavs of Montreat. Just 6 points between these two teams in the last 5 minutes and 25 seconds. I'm not sure what they're talking about on the floor. The officials talking to Josh Thompson. Lena Lyon going to go to the line. So she is going to shoot. Lena Lyon scored 131 points during the regular season this year. With 11 seconds left in the half, her first off the mark. Lyon's second rattles and goes. 25-12. Edmondson to inbound to Sanders. Cavs will have 11 seconds of the ball. Shot clock is off. Ramaya up the floor, 13-point game. to cut it before the half. She floats this in off the glass. 2 seconds on the clock. Buffs onto the floor. Didn't get it off in time. 25-14 after one half of play from Kingsport, Tennessee. We'll take a break with these two teams and be back with the second half. Appalachian Athletic Conference Tournament Basketball on the Southeast Sports Network.
Your vacation is now playing in Tennessee.
For every generation, it has started with the call to serve. Discovering the purpose and the belonging earned with the title. Learning to dig deep and push through adversity together. Defending our nation and its people. It is a life of great worth and reward. But Marines are never really finished serving. Their commitment comes full circle, visible in communities across our country. This is Semper Fidelis, always faithful, always Marine, marking a path for the next generation.
Welcome to SESN, your ticket to the front row of the sports world, covering local, regional, and national events. We bring the game to you. Feel the excitement of every play, every score, every victory. Get your seat, get on air, and immerse yourself in the heart-pounding action. The Southeast Sports Network, where sports come to life.
At Shry Media, we believe in the power of connection, promoting your brand while supporting your community. Our goal is to elevate your presence and amplify your message through local sports. With Shry Media, advertising goes beyond traditional boundaries. Get on television, make an impact. Take the first step towards a future where your brand is not just seen, but celebrated.
You're ready to reconnect, to discover, to explore a Georgia that always has more stories to share and views to admire. Set for your next adventure while you set your own pace to wonder or wander, or whatever it is that makes you feel you. To feel that Georgia feeling, those beautiful, real, honest moments. The only found in Georgia moments. Find yours at exploregeorgia.org.
My character, Shazam, knows all about growing up in a family full of teenage superheroes. They're bold.
Where's everyone going?
To fight crime.
Okay.
Adventurous. Shazam! There's never a dull moment. And no matter what happens, they'll always have your back. All they need is a place to grow and be themselves. And the best part is, you don't have to be a superhero to adopt a teen. Learn more about adopting a teen from foster care. Visit adoptuskids.org. You can't imagine the reward.
Welcome back to Kingsport, Tennessee, inside of Meadowview Marriott Conference Resort and Convention Center on the Southeast Sports Network. College basketball. On the floor, our number 3 seed and our number 6 seed going at it. At the half, Montreat Cavs trailing 25-14. The Buffs, a big lead. 16 wins this year, 68 points per game. For the Cavs, the Buffs, 22 wins, 82.9 per game. They lead at the half. We'll see if they can keep this production up as we wind towards a conclusion. One team will move on to the semifinal tomorrow, which we'll have here on SCSN and our simulcast to the AAC Digital Network. This one rolled across the top of the iron, down to the close side of the floor. Buffs down to the corner. Off the mark. Cavs Sanders with the ball. Ramaya steps back to the straightaway. Working this all around. Virginia Edmondson, 1 minute gone in this third period. As the shot clock sounds, she gets it off. Padgett with a rebound. Up the floor, Clark. Back outside. Down low, this goes off the glass for the sophomore from Maryville, McKenna Myers. Myers scored 156 points this season, 66 rebounds, 51 assists, and a nice play for the bucket there. The Buffs extend their lead early in the second half, 27-14. Sanders. On the top of the key. Down along the block for 16. This goes off the glass. Two minutes gone already in our second half. College basketball from Kingsport. Here's the steal up the floor, off the glass, can't get it. Clark with a rebound. An 11-point game still, the Buffs in front. This one goes to the Buffs. They extend their lead 29-16, a 13-point game. 4 lead changes, 2 ties. This one rattles and goes. Avery Graham, the junior. Back to an 11-point game between these two. Now a bit of scoring. We only saw 7 points in the last 5.5 minutes of the first half. Entry pass, Padgett has it deflected away. Heavily defended inside. Edmondson floated this to Graham. Now she's open on the wing, takes the 3 and can't get it. Virginia Edmondson just 2 points, 1 for 10 from the floor this evening. If Montreat wants to win, they have to get her active and get the lid off the basket for her. 11-point game, 29-18. Here come the Buffs. Milligan. Campbell. Entry pass. This one is loose and sails over the baseline. 29-18, 11-point game. On the elbow, here's the drive for the Cavs. Spin move, this one rolls off the far side. Buffs keep it going. Runnels defended by Sanders. This one, big high bounce, won't drop. Amaya Sanders, the true freshman, a foot race. Pushing the tempo outside. Graham wants three, it's short. Ball's loose down in the paint. Pick back up off the glass. This goes and one. 9-point game, 5:51 left to play in the third. Went on a scoreless stretch for a moment. This sends the true freshman from Gastonia out of Ashbrook High to the line, Madison Cole. She scored 100 this season in her first year on the team. Haley Padgett off the floor for the Buffs. To the corner. The true freshman back out to the straightaway. Working this around. Milligan. Lyon to the far side. Battling down low, this is stripped out. Cavaliers running the fast break. Madison Cole all the way inside and off the glass. 29-22. Six-0 run for the Cavs. Milligan looking to snap it, and now the violation down inside. Couple of changes coming. Ball going back to the Cavaliers of Montreat. Onto the floor, Ramaya Sanders will run it. Sanders, almost 300 points this season, a true freshman out of Southern Durham High. It's a 7-point game, 4:45 to play in our third period as Edmondson swatted at, loses the ball, regathered down near the corner for a moment. And the Cavs going to maintain possession. Ramaya Sanders will inbound. Sanders has 4 points. And a timeout on the floor. We'll take a timeout with them and be back with more college hoops in a moment. SESN, 4:43 to play in the third, 7-point game. Buffs lead.
Welcome to SESN, your ticket to the front row of the sports world, covering local, regional, and national events. We bring the game to you. Feel the excitement of every play, every score, every victory. Get your seat, get on air, and immerse yourself in the heart-pounding action. The Southeast Sports Network, where sports come to life.
Welcome back to Kingsport, Tennessee. Thanks for being with us inside of the Meadowview Marriott Conference Resort and Convention Center on the Southeast Sports Network. Bounding pass, Sanders battling in the paint, the floater goes. An 8-0 run. The Cavaliers fighting their way back into this, 4:28 to go in our third period. The number 3 seed, the number 6 seed. Montreat seeking an upset. A low-scoring affair, our lowest of the tournament to this point. Buffs, close side, 3 ball. This one too much on it. Put back off the glass goes. It snaps an 8-0 run. Ramaya Sanders to the far side. Edmondson battles her way into the paint. The floater off the glass, boarded by Milligan. 31-24. Three and a half to play in the third. Buffaloes. Runnels. Moving this around, Clark. This floater goes, and the violation, that gets the crowd into it. Basket waved off. It remains 31-24, 3:26 to play in this third period. Now the Cavaliers, they're on an 8-2 run, interrupted by a single Buffs basket. Edmondson to Sanders, back to her. Virginia Edmondson, cold today, off the glass, this goes for her. That's just her second bucket. She's now 2 for 13 for 4 points. They start to get her warmed up and involved. It could just be a matter of time before this one is close. 31-26 Buffs, a 10-2 run, nearly broken up by the Buffs. Milligan still working to break it up, and the violation down inside. The foul's on Ramaya Sanders, and it sends McKenna Myers to the line. 156 points during this season for her. At the line, she's particularly effective, 71.4%. The sophomore from Maryville. First goes. And that's critical to breaking up the run the Cavs were putting together. 2:50 left to go in the third. 33-26, a 7-point game. Now a 10-4 run for the Cavs. Edmondson off the mark. 2 for 14 on the day for 4 points. Clark. Jenkins went outside. Clark from the close wing buries the three. Hate check for Samaj Clark. A 10-point game, 36-26. 5 unanswered for the Buffaloes. Edmondson, heat check, this one wide. A lot of people might disagree, but I don't mind that. I think just let her shoot her way out of it. You need her. You have to have her. Cavs to Edmondson. The violation down inside. Foul is, I believe, on Kenzie Campbell, the sophomore. It is. Edmondson's first off the mark. This is her first trip to the line. Misses her first. .2% at the line this season. Her second goes, and it cuts it back to a 9-point game. We'll take a break with these two programs and be back. More college hoops in a moment. 1:40 to go in the third. 36-27 Buffs. Back in Kingsport, Tennessee, and quickly inbounding. Milligan's Buffs trying to catch the Cavs off guard. I think they caught us. Buffaloes down inside. This goes off the glass. 38-27, an 11-point game. 80 seconds in the third period. Here come the Cavaliers. Graham from the far wing. Battling with the orange, working this around. She steps back. Here's the three. This has too much on it. Buffaloes take it down the floor. Kenzie Campbell, the sophomore from Ottawa. The former Owl distributes this to the corner. Marivals Myers across to Clark, who hit that nasty three. Edmondson loses it in traffic, and Campbell, the sophomore, scrambles to cover it. 43 seconds left in the third period, 11-point game, jump ball. Inbounding pass, 42 seconds, 38-27, Buffs. 1 period left to go. Buffs looking to take a commanding lead into it. Jenkins, entry pass swatted, stolen by the Cavs. 2 players here in the kickball. Good decision on the kickball. That was definitely a bucket waiting to happen on the backside for Edmondson. And probably would have done that no matter who was waiting to receive that pass, but it helps keep Edmondson cold headed into the final period. Someone the Cavs desperately need to heat up. Montreat, the floater off the mark, swatted at again in a violation down inside. Milligan will take over with the ball, 18.3 seconds. A couple of changes on the floor. We'll see Cole in place of Petty. Now the Milligan Buffs back to work. 15 seconds, shot clock is off. They lead by 11, looking to extend it before our final period. This is our last game of the quarterfinals. The winner moves on to the semifinals. Battle down along the line. Quick foul. Edmondson picks up the foul. That's her second. She's 2 for 15 today, 0 for 7 from range, 1 for 2 at the line, 5 points. The inbound for the Buffs, 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second, the shot short, clock sounds, and we're going to the fourth period in Kingsport, Tennessee, in an 11-point game between the Buffaloes and the Cavs. Don't go anywhere. More college basketball coming up on SCSN. Welcome back to Kingsport, Tennessee, inside of Meadowview Marriott Conference Resort and Convention Center on the Southeast Sports Network. 1 period left to play between the Buffaloes and the Cavaliers, and the winner moves on to the semifinals of the Appalachian Athletic Conference Basketball Tournament. Thank you for being with us. Southeast Sports Network, live and free online. Find us at SCSNSports.com, live on Stream TV. All of our media partners and digital networks around the nation, thank you for carrying today's game. And a big thanks to the AAC Digital Network for bringing us in and letting us cover the tournament for them and simulcasting the game. From the corner, the three, too much. Buffs turn this over. An 11-point game, Sanders to cut it down to 9. This one rattles out on him. 30 seconds gone already in the final period. Buffaloes get the ball back. This is just a game of keep away for Milligan. All they have to do is kill as much clock as possible. Try and keep the Cavs cold. They don't even need to hit shots like that, but J.C. Jenkins certainly not hurting things. The scoring lead hits her first 3 of the night. She's got 15 points and 9 rebounds. Sanders to respond to the 3 of her own, can't get it. 40-27. Really cold end to that third period. We're into the fourth. 60 seconds already off the clock in the final quarter. The winner of this game will go on to battle the Reinhardt Eagles. We'll have all those games tomorrow, live, free, and in HD, all here on the Southeast Sports Network. We hope you'll be with us. I know they're going to be with us. You guys are going to tune in. Don't miss it. That one goes from short range. Dropped into the twine by the true freshman out of Ashbrook High, Madison Cole. 11-point game. Jenkins to Padgett, back across to the straightaway. Padgett far side to Clark. Swatted at twice. Jenkins lets the 3 fly. It's a bit short. Madison Cole into the paint from mid-range. Oh, it rattles out on her. I can't believe it. Haley Padgett with a rebound. 11-point game. And the violation down inside. Milligan's Buffs going to the line. Cole picks it up. Padgett will take a trip to the stripe. I mentioned it earlier in the game. This graduate student has bounced back from a significant injury. She was in a serious boating accident and was told she may never be able to play at the same level again, but she's back and has played very well this year for Milligan's Buffalo. Scored 349 points. Gobbled up 136 rebounds, 17 steals, and 23 blocks. And she nearly cleans that up as she goes down on the baseline. 2 minutes gone in our final period. 12-point game as the response from the Cavs results in the foul. The violations on Clark. We're into the late stages.
Shooting, Madison Cole, 2 shots.
This one goes for Cole. 11 points. Separating the Buffs and the Cavs. This one rattles and won't go. Limited chances at the line. To this point on the day, the Cavs 2 of 5, Milligan 4 of 7. That goes for 3. It extends the lead of the Buffs back to 14. It's 44-30. .7:20 left to play.
The Montreat number 5 game second, team third. Substitution Montreat number 40.
Lots of changes coming to the floor. Petty onto the floor. Runnels on the floor for Milligan as well as Lyon. 14 points separating these programs. We've already played 3 minutes of our final quarter. Our 32nd quarter of basketball today on SCSN. That's a couple. I guess you can't really count the men's games as having quarters. They have halves. Our 16th half of basketball, I'll take that. That's a fun stat. Clark battles her way inside the violation. Three minutes, 9 seconds gone. From the baseline. We'll get Lena Lyon, the true freshman from Elizabethton, to Samaj Clark. Oh, nice pass to Paget, who's wide open. Can't knock that down. Boarded up by Grace Ronaldo, the true freshman out of Lincoln Charter. Up the floor, Edmondson, heavily defended, tries this off the glass, rattles out. Paget grabbed the ball, 14-point game, 6.5 to play, pushing the tempo. Milligan buffs. Jenkins had a nasty three a moment ago. Lena Lyon, far side. Runnels, entry pass. Paget off the glass, this goes. 16-point game, 6 minutes left to play. Reinhardt's Eagles are in the stands that are alongside the floor. They're watching and waiting for the Buffaloes. The turnaround is short. Buffs get the board. Lots of true freshmen on this Montreat roster. 4 brand new faces playing time this year. The Cavs have got a bright future. Driving inside, this goes to the Buffs. Ramaya Sanders out of South Durham High, Madison Cole out of Ashbrook High, Ronaldo out of Lincoln Charter, Katie Alexander out of Asheville Christian, all going to bring their talents back to this roster next year for Montreat. This is Ramaya Sanders who drains the three. 15-point game, 5:20 left to play. The Buffs, an entry pass to Jenkins. She twists and she's fouled. She'll go to the line and shoot a third. (50-33). A 17-point game could be an 18-point game. Lots of changes on the floor. Lots to be excited about in the future for fans of the Montreat Cavaliers. The Cavs don't have a single senior on this roster. So all of this talent will be back next year. A seasoned look for these true freshmen. And of course, lots of new bodies I'm sure will be added to the rotation and lineup for Montreat. 51-33 to cut into that. The Cavs get this to go. Cashing in, Madison Cole, the true freshman. A whole slate of semifinal games are covered starting at 11 a.m. tomorrow morning Eastern Time here on the Southeast Sports Network. We hope you'll be with us as we determine who will play for a championship on Saturday in the Appalachian Athletic Conference. Just a reminder, we will not have coverage on Saturday, but AAC Sports has you covered. Visit aacsports.com and tune in on the AAC Sports Digital Network on Saturday for the championship games. We'll be here for the semifinals tomorrow. SCSNsports.com and at SCSN Sports on social media. The Cavs will run the floor. They trail 51-35 with 4.5 to play from Kingsport. The handoff to Virginia Edmondson, the star junior for the Cavs. Battling along the block, this one gets stuck in the crook of the iron.
Returning from Milligan, number 3, McKenna Myers, number 11.
Thankfully, we have a Milligan Bulldog from the men's team on standby to swat that out for us. Not everyone has 6'10 guys waiting to knock the ball down. Thank you for your service. Back onto the floor. Backdoor pass off the glass, that won't go.
Our second team, shooting, but I have that 2 strikes.
(51-35). I kind of wish they'd found a small child and held him up. I love it when they do that. And big-time sporting events, you see that every now and then. They won't have somebody tall on standby to swat it out. Or they'll use a broom. Very entertaining. That goes to the line. 51-36. Buffs up the floor, pushing the tempo. Looking to wrap this one up. 4 minutes left to play. The sophomore kicked it across to Myers, the sophomore from Maryville. Far side to the Ottawa product, Campbell. Kenzie close side, Samaj. Won't keep it for long. It's Jenkins from Gray who drives and is blocked by Edmondson. You can hear her palm the ball from up here. A 15-point game, 3:46 to play from Kingsport. Onto the floor, this one goes for Clark, rustling the twine. 53-36. 3.5 to go, Edmondson takes the handoff. She lets the three fly, this one is wide. Looking forward to having you along for the ride for our coverage of the semifinals tomorrow. This Milligan team will meet up with the Reinhardt University Eagles in the semifinal. They'll play for a chance to go to the championship. On the other side of the bracket, the hopeful is the number 1 seed, Bryan College's Lions. Montreat's season, their regular season, ended on a 4-game skid. They'll lose their last 5, including this playoff bout with Milligan. Milligan continues their winning ways. 22 wins this season. They've won 78% of their games overall. 86% of their conference games, only dropping 3 to AAC foes. They won their last 8 games to enter the tournament. Really impressive stuff. 9 straight if you count this playoff game. 54-36, the Buffs to push it to 19. Samaj Clark can't do that. 18 points separate these two with 3 minutes to go. They would have to score 50% of what they've scored today. It would be an explosion for the Cavs, basically mathematically impossible. The drive down inside, off the glass, that goes. A nice little kiss for Avery Graham, the junior from Seymour. She had a big year, almost 200 points during the regular season. Averaged a little over 7. Entry pass, Buffs from the elbow to the far side. They're just killing clock. Kylie Russell Greer, they're going to have some whiteboard time tonight and tomorrow morning before they meet up with the Reinhardt Eagles. Up the floor, Cavs pushing the tempo off the mark and boarded up by Maddie Runnels. The senior from Gray. Bringing this one back down. Violation down inside.
The Montreat foul, number 4, Virginia Edmondson, third quarter. Samaj Clark at the line, 2 shots.
Clark's first rattles out on her. 1:51 left to play and a timeout on the floor. We'll take a timeout, 54-38. Buffs up big over the Cavaliers. Don't go anywhere. SCSN will be back. AAC basketball to wrap this up and see who will face the Eagles tomorrow.
We are champions of the character.
Welcome back to Meadowview Marriott Conference Resort and Convention Center, our final quarterfinal. The semifinals are set. Men's and women's basketball, 4 games tomorrow on the Southeast Sports Network. Can't wait to have you along with us for it. Thanks again for tuning in today, being with us for the entire ride. Buffs and Cavs about to wrap up. At the line now, this is Samaj Clark who gets that to go. We're back underway. Into the final few moments. 1:40 on the clock. Up the floor. Down low, this goes off the glass. 57-38. Less than 90 seconds to play from Kingsport. Reinhardt's Eagles came down to watch and see who they would play tomorrow, and they saw the Milligan Buffaloes. The number 3 seed right behind them in the standings. I'm sure it heated them up to see them play so well. 17 points separate these two right now with just over a minute left. Onto the floor. Cavs in the final minute. Driving inside. This lofted in off the glass for Graham. Milligan's Buffs take a timeout. 53 seconds left to go. We'll take a timeout with them and be back for the conclusion on the Southeast Sports Network between the Buffs and the Cavs. Don't go anywhere. .53 seconds left to play from Kingsport, Tennessee in the Marriott Convention Center. We're just about wrapped up between the Buffs and the Cavs. Thanks for being with us. Thrilled to have you along for the ride all day long. I know I don't sound thrilled. It's because it's late and we've been here since 5 a.m. This one's all over but the shouting. 15-point game. Inside of 1 minute. Buffs, long ball, swatted. Kept alive. They just let the sophomore from Ottawa take it back. Here's the drive. Far side, Clark. They're just working this around. Cavs are going to let him kill it. J.C. Jenkins to Clark. Swatted. Stolen by the Cavs. Coming up the floor with pace, Katie Alexander, the true freshman, off the glass this goes. Shot clock is off with 22 seconds. And a timeout by the Milligan Buffs. Milligan leading 57-44 with 22 seconds left, takes a timeout. So the Buffs burn a timeout. And they'll inbound. Triple teamed. 13-point game. Graham intentionally fouls.
J.C. Jenkins at the line, 2 shots.
Jenkins from Gray knocks that down. 14-point game, 18 seconds left. That goes as well. Here come the Cavs up the floor. Graham, the foul, 9.5 seconds.
Milligan foul, number 3, Lieutenant Myers, first, team 4. Now Milligan is shooting, Avery Gray, 2 shots.
Graham gets this at the line. 59-45. Graham gets both. 59-46, a 13-point game, 9.5 seconds left. Milligan up the floor. Backside, Clark gets this with 3 seconds on the clock. 61-46, and the Buffs win it in style. 61-46, the final from Kingsport, Tennessee. The Milligan Buffs will battle the Reinhardt Eagles tomorrow in the semifinal for a chance to bid to the championship on the Southeast Sports Network. Fun game. We've got our slate for the semifinals. We can't wait to have you with us. For updated brackets, visit aacsports.com, and we'll have all the action tomorrow. Join us for the semifinals on the AAC Digital Network, live and free, and SESNsports.com, as well as the Southeast Sports Network across all our streaming platforms and partners. Thank you all for tuning in. Again, the victory, 61-46 in favor of the Milligan Buffaloes over the Cavs. For both teams, our entire crew, as well as all the fans, I'm Gabriel Schrei, saying so long from Kingsport, Tennessee. This has been College Basketball. All games and events airing on our networks are broadcast live and are copyright material. Today's game will be archived inside of the Apper platform where you viewed it and available for replay. This has been a presentation of the Southeast Sports Network.
Welcome to SESN, your ticket to the front row of the sports world, covering local, regional, and national events. We bring the game to you. Feel the excitement of every play, every score, every victory. Get your seat, get on air, and immerse yourself in the heart-pounding action. The Southeast Sports Network, where sports come to life.
Hello, and thank you for joining us for today's broadcast. This broadcast is a product of Schrei Media, LLC. Unauthorized use, sale, or redistribution of this media in any form is strictly prohibited without the express written consent of Schrei Media. Radio and television mediums are encouraged to reach out. Thank you for tuning in. Enjoy the game.